trip to Amarillo would take 5.5 hours.
I would be impressed if anybody could get to that guy's shop in 3.5 hours.
So,
No.
so what'd you do? You had to go to Amarillo.
You had to go to Amarillo pretty good. Once you go to Lubbock and then cut back.
I don't know where Lubbock is, I guess.
Why did we go to Amarillo?
Well, let's ask
somebody.
Let's
That
ask,
was on the other side.
let's ask Javi why we had to go to Amarillo. Hav?
Oh, you want?
Yeah. Why is Ricky and Richard going to Amarillo today?
Oh, you wanted to start the story. Let's.
No, we're going to
start from the beginning.
Nacogdoches today. We went to
sorry.
Amarillo.
Hey, you're going to
Sorry.
Nacogdoches.
Yeah, y'all went to.
But the
my
reason
bad.
why you're going to Nacogdoches to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Why did we have to go to Amarillo?
Oh, why we have
yesterday?
to go? Because
Well, hang on.
hang
Let's start this
Why did
off
I-
positive.
why
I was
did
about to say we started the trip off. We went to
Oh, we didn't
Phoenix.
start off
Yeah,
positive.
let's start.
We
We're
went
starting
to-
off positive.
We went to Phoenix, no problems. Drove all the way there, no problems.
Hang on, we're starting off positive.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, the positive part about it is we left Phoenix with a win.
Yes.
Win.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
This is the last race of the year. We pulled off a win. We won $20,000.
Mowed through how many people? 42.
There was
Six
six rounds,
rounds.
which is
Six
one more
rounds.
extra round than NPK normally is.
Yeah,
So that part was cool.
And we ran Kai twice.
twice. We ran
I
around
didn't
on
say
Friday.
that. You said that.
What was
I
that?
didn't
I
say
didn't
that.
hear that.
Kai twice.
Twice. Did you make any money off that?
No, I did not. He said that was last year.
I thought, oh, but this is
That
still
was
this
last
year.
He
Did
said
y'all
that
have an ongoing bet?
He said that was last year.
He's still had to pay
he
up.
ripped you off. You should have let sit there until he paid you because Kai Kelly 100% scammed you on that.
Well, it's more Zane than Kai.
Oh, okay. Because you got the belt with Kai.
I lost the bet with Kai.
Well, but is that ended at the end of the year?
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a
But
point
yeah, me
still.
and Zane had $100 chip draw.
Yeah. So basically, we got this deal. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong here, but Richard is bet Kai
And Zane.
and Zane that we would finish higher than them in points this
Well,
year,
yeah.
and we missed it by one. He
Yeah.
finished third. We finished fourth. Right?
Yeah, 10 points.
Yeah. 10 points. 10 points cost you how much money?
$2,000.
Golly, you lost $2,000 to Kai.
1,000 apiece.
1,000 apiece.
Yeah.
He's lucky we talked about not getting a tattoo because he almost got a tattoo.
Damn it! And
No, I
what'd
knew
you,
better.
What did you use to Kai?
1,000.
You lost 1,000 to Zane.
To Zane and
But
Kai.
who
500
paid your
fi-
bet?
500
Who-
500
no,
for
wait.
Zane.
He paid his bet the other day.
and
No, he
500
didn't.
He
500
paid Zane the other night.
500 for fucking Kai.
Who paid your bet?
Well, technically
Yeah.
Michael Bean because he lost a bet in Vegas
Oh, to you.
to me.
When he
Oh.
was highly intoxicated.
Y'all confused me a lot. But anyway, so the moral of the story is Kai finally got us this year, and it cost y'all a lot of money.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that sucks. I did tell you. You took that bet at
In
the beginning of the
Australia.
year.
No, Australia.
I thought you took that bet when we were sucking.
No, no way.
I took it in Australia.
No.
We took it in Australia.
You did. I think he took the bet when we
No,
were sucking.
we were all there at the same time. It was Australia.
Anyway, well, y'all should do it again next year.
I already tried to do it. Zane's like, oh, gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Kyle probably do it though.
Kyle will do it. Kyle
Yeah.
likes to bet. Anyway, so we came off this big, awesome win in Phoenix, and it was the season closer, basically. And it was it was me personally, I think all of us kind of get to go, okay, season's over, we can regroup and figure out what we're going to do for the next season. And so we jump in the toter, we load everything up, and here we go home. And Javi, what do you do? Yeah, you were late, which is fine.
In my defense, you said
I
you
know.
started the day off
I
with
know.
the night
I
off
did.
because we
We
got
already
done
talked
at
about
3
that.
or 4 in
I
the
did.
morning. You said,
That's why I wasn't
he
mad at
said,
you
hey
about it.
man, you don't have to. I'm not on a rush to leave early, except for when you do that, you just wake up.
And I woke up at
early.
the ass crack of dawn for some reason, and we rolled out.
He did
so,
tell us that we were
I got
leaving
out-
until mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
So I woke up at 11 when the checkout was.
So when we leave Phoenix, Javi is behind us in the F450 and the apparel trailer, started off about 120, 130 miles behind us.
Probably.
And so it's a roughly 1,000-mile trip home, and I'm dead tired. I'm looking at my phone, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get home at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I knew Javi was behind me.
I was gonna get home at like 4.
Yeah. So we make it to Amarillo from Phoenix, which that leaves us about, in a normal person driving, about 3.5, 4 hours. Okay. Ricky drive is a little bit longer, I guess. But anyway, so I pull into Love's at Amarillo, and we fuel up, and I'm getting in the car, and Cherish is on the phone at 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, well, that's weird. Who's she talking to? Well, she's talking to Javi.
Yeah.
Why was she talking to you, Javi?
Well, because I was moseying on down the road about 80, 83, and was going up a hill, and it decided to go boom. I thought I had a flat for a second, and I wasn't that lucky.
The moral of the story is, let me see that for a second. Basically, what's going on here is Javi was driving. Here's a boom. And then here we go. We got the Ford on a trailer. Hooked and being pulled by a Duramax. So, and I always really liked this truck. And this is like one of my favorite trucks. Because we built it, you know, it was a wreck and we built it, and it's a nice clean truck, and it pulls our parallel trailer around and everything, but it is broken. So Javi kicked a rod out of the side of the motor. So like Javi's really good with our race car motors, but you broke that power stroke motor.
I broke the fuck out of that thing.
Yeah.
What's it called? But I got to thank the guy, the random stranger on the side of the road that got me off a hill.
Oh, even better.
Against
We're talking about all brand recognition. So right now we got a Duramax pulling the F450 on a gooseneck, but a Dodge pulled up behind him and towed him 4 miles up the road. A Dodge with a trailer.
With a Traco, with a small track.
So there's a Dodge with a Traco hooks onto the 450 with the apparel trailer.
Onto his trailer.
Takes the whole train up to the road. If I was him, I'd have been talking a lot of shit to you.
He was the most quiet guy. Hey, you know what's crazy? He had a black lab sitting in the back seat.
Oh, yeah.
He did. He had a black lab sitting in the back seat.
my own heart, huh?
Yeah, and I was like, man, I don't want to tear nothing on. He's like, oh, it'll be fine. So we hooked 2 tow ropes and 1 chain to the front, and he was going to tow me to the top of the hill, and then I looked at my phone. I was like, well, 1 more mile is the store. So he took me to the store, and then he was like, do you want to get against those K-rails? I was like, yeah, I'll be out of the way. But apparently we weren't out of the way because that fucking truck driver at 2 in the morning.
One truck driver at 2 o'clock in the morning made me move my tow.
He goes, hey man, do you think you can move?
Oh yeah. So basically, Javi kicked the rod out of the side of the power stroke block. The thing's only got 80-something thousand miles on it, which sucks. But it's 2018, so it's out of warranty.
Yeah.
So yesterday so I guess we'll tell that whole story. I'll just tell this whole story. This can be part 1 of this saga.
We'll go 100 miles back.
Yeah, so basically, I had to go, so at Love's, so I'm at Love's, Javi's broke down, I don't know, 60, 70 miles behind me. So I got the toter and the stacker, I'm gonna turn back around, drive backwards from where I just came from, and go figure out what's going on. Now, Javi is a really good race car mechanic, but let me just tell you his diagnosis of this F450, okay? When he called on the phone, he said, okay, the truck's broke down, I think it maybe had blowout, but then I thought maybe that a pulley locked up. But Ryan, I think maybe the motor's broke. So that's what I got. I don't know what is wrong with this thing at this point in time. Yeah, or the battery was dead.
They are dead.
And the battery was
Which
dead.
is why I thought the pulley fucked up.
Okay, which is funny to me
when you
because
spun the motor over,
he's really good with my 4,000 horsepower race car, but man, when it comes to that truck he's driving, he wasn't sure what was wrong with that thing.
I was also trying not to get hit by cars.
Anyway, so I drive backwards to go. We're gonna go figure. Me and Ricky are gonna come save the day and figure out what's wrong with this truck.
I wish.
Yeah, that didn't happen. But anyway, so we go back. They're on the side of the road where it's a one-way exit, so we have to go past him again farther than where he already is.
I saw you pass me.
Yeah. And then the next exit was 7 or 8 more miles down the road, and I was like, man, I'm not going 15 more miles out of my way. So I went and pulled over on the side of the road and waited for a breakthrough where you're not supposed to go. And I waited for all the semi-trucks to go, and then I cut over on the highway and I turned back around.
Through the center median.
Not through the center median.
There's a cutout.
There was a cutout. You could drive. It does say don't turn around here. But
everybody turns around.
that's in case of emergency. Javi's on the side of the road. It was an emergency. It was an emergency.
With a toter.
With the toter, but you have to do what you gotta do sometimes. I was making sure it was safe. Look, I had everybody in the toter with me, and I looked, and there was 0 cars coming left and 0 cars coming right.
At 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m. So I flipped around. We got back over to Javi, pulled through this big parking lot, to shine the lights on the trucks. Okay, me and Ricky are gonna go fix this thing. So we popped the hood, and we're like, well, it looks good over here. The belt was on it. Wasn't a pulley. I said, well, turn it over. So he goes to turn it over, and it does crank slow. It's almost like the batteries are dead, which was weird, and it showed it had 10 volts. So that's baffling me. But then he's like, well, look under here. Well, there's oil everywhere. So Ricky's underneath there looking, and you see what? A little piece of
metal.
A little piece of metal about this big that was behind the oil cooler on those things. And you power stroke guys know where the oil cooler is on the driver's side. But a little piece of metal. But we knew that little piece of metal wasn't supposed to be there. So we were wondering what could be on the other side of the oil cooler, right? Because that's where all the oil was. And I said, You know what? The only thing that I could think of has happened here, nobody's going to be happy with. But the only thing that I could think that could make metal and oil is if it windowed the side of the block. And surely that didn't happen with this truck with 85,000 miles on it.
I got my head under there.
Well, surely it did. So these guys laid up underneath it. They took the 4 bolts off to pull the oil cooler out. And Javi says, my hand is inside the block currently, which means there's a hole inside of the block.
Yeah.
His fingers were on the inside, and it looked like a rod broke. So
And the crankshaft.
And the crank really hot.
the crank. Oh, he said the crank was hot too because he touched the crank and the piston. Yeah. That metal was a piece of the piston, which is awesome too. So from there, we called the tow truck, and this nice tow truck driver from where was he from? Canyon.
You said Lubbock?
Cannon.
Carson?
Canyon.
Carson.
Nah,
Canyon.
It's Canyon Towing.
Canyon Towing. Yeah.
So
Trenton's his name.
Trenton from
Trent.
Canyon Towing.
Yep.
And when we left, I said, hey man, how much do you think this tow bill's gonna be? Because I'm always curious. And he said, I'm gonna treat you right. It'll probably be about $300 or so. And I was like, cool. Well, by the time he hooked up to it and got it where he took it, it was about $600. So we doubled the tow bill on that deal, you know. Just maybe padded that a little bit. I don't really know. I'm not sure. But they took the truck, put it on a flatbed, hooked the trailer on the back of the rig, and went. How far were they from where we were at? What, 20, 30 miles?
We never got to the loves that we were at.
Oh, really? You never made it that
We
far?
never made it that far.
So he
We
kept
cut over
coming. He
beforehand.
kept
we had
coming
to
east.
cut. Yeah, we had to cut over whatever highway that is
Okay.
right there
Yeah.
in Amarillo.
How much farther from that?
Probably 30, 40 miles.
Yeah.
So that means he came east past that Love's, then darted off to where his place was at. So that's why you never made it to that Love's.
So the tow truck driver and the tow company hauled my stuff to their place to keep it safe, which I do appreciate. They had it locked up in a yard, and you know we had all of our apparel in there and a couple of mini bikes and things like that. They kept it safe for us for 24 hours. So then Javi and Leah got in the toter with us, and we all made it home Sunday
6 in the
night
morning.
at 6 o'clock in the morning. So we made a 14-hour trip, take about 18 and a half hours. It's a pretty good deal. And then
it was going great.
and then pulled in. And Ricky, you didn't go to sleep, did you? Or what'd you do? Did
He
you
was
sleep
asleep
like
when you were driving. He was sleeping.
I slept on the way.
Well, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. The whole way home you were sleeping, but after that,
I slept for about an hour, 2 hours, something like that, and Richard called about 8:30, probably, somewhere around there.
yeah,
And I came over to the farm shop and got the truck and trailer and
rolled out.
rolled
Headed
it.
back west.
So they turned. So Richard, did y'all put Richard's truck on the trailer?
Totally up. So we
All
put
right.
Richard's truck on the. Well, we went to go get the Dodge.
Yeah.
Or
It was
whatever.
dead.
Or
It was
the Beans.
dead.
But it was dead
Yeah.
when we got there. So Javi must have went by.
Oh,
I
killed batteries.
I haven't killed any
He like
batteries.
sucks the life out of batteries.
I haven't sucked any.
Oh no, you do. That's kind of your thing.
No.
If you touched it, the batteries
No,
are on.
hell
That's kind of
no.
your deal.
No.
I noticed that my Grand National's over there on a charger.
And I've been with you this whole time.
I
Because
didn't put it on the charger.
I did it for you because you went to go jump in it and it was
Did
dead.
you go try to start it this morning?
No, I did not try to start. All I did was put the charger on because
I still
you.
think you were in the building. and
I
you
was
sucked
with
it.
you the entire
Isn't there
time.
some type of superhero that like sucks the energy out of things? Yeah. I think that's right.
But the batteries were dead in the Dodge. So then
Batteries
we
were dead in the
loaded
Dodge.
Richard's truck on the trailer, strapped it down, and rolled.
All right, so to paint this picture, it looks just like that outside, except Richard's truck is on the gooseneck. So they drove to the tow yard, took Richard's truck off, hooked the apparel trailer to Richard's truck, winched the 450 on the trailer, and boom, got it back last night. What time?
9.
About 9 o'clock.
About 9 o'clock. So I called yesterday. Well, they were doing all that. I was trying to find motors. So Ford has a national back order for their long blocks. There's like 12. My guy does that I call. So he's got 12 back ordered for no date. So that means you can't find one. So then you start calling Jasper and Blackwater and all those places. I don't know if y'all have dealt with those, but Blackwater royally screwed me on a Power Stroke short block before. So I don't care if they have 10 of those. I won't buy one of theirs. And Jasper didn't have anything available, but I've heard horror stories about their stuff, so I'm not really sure about them. So what I did was I called my buddy Wade at Race Parts Solution, and I said, "Hey, you know a lot of people. You know anybody that is that's good with the diesel stuff, that maybe has a connection, that is good with rebuilding them or whatever?" And he's like, "I got just the place for you guys." And so he gave me Chase's phone number at Oneway Diesel, and they're out of Nacogdoches, Texas. And y'all have seen them because they're the people that build the. It's pretty cool. I went to SEMA and saw this. They've got a diesel. I think it's a Cummins, right?
Duramax, I think.
Duramax Cummins? What is
I
it?
think it's a Duramax.
I should know this because I looked at it, but I forgot.
It's a Duramax.
They have a diesel. I don't want to butcher that. I'm just going to say it. They got a diesel motor in a Lamborghini, which is wild to me that you could even do that. But
1,200 horsepower.
yeah, 1,200 horsepower diesel. So obviously these guys know their diesel is pretty good. But I called and talked to Chase, and Chase is like, "Man, we do those in our sleep. It's no problem." So today, you guys are going to haul the truck down to Nacogdoches, Texas, and drop that off and let those guys work their magic on that. We got a shop full of cars to work on. I got 2 race cars to get ready for next year MPK, and a small tire car that we're trying to finish up, and just the toter's neglected and the stacker's neglected, and everything needs work. And so rather than us taking on another project, we're going to let those guys take care of the truck. I know they're going to do a great job, and then we're going to focus on the next 2 months of just trying to get like the race cars sorted and be ready for next year, not like what we did this year.
Yeah,
Which will
next
start out
week
terrible.
we have PRI.
Yeah, and we have PRI in the middle of that.
2 weeks.
We've got the 454 SS is going to hang out at Quick Performance's booth, and my Red 69 is going to go probably to Aeromotive's booth. So we have to have those things tip top, ready to go in the next 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
That's 2 weeks from today. Yeah, that's 2 weeks from today. And then we sold one of our that's the Hemi out of the Fireball, the MH5. So we sold that, and so Javi's we sold it fresh. So Javi's freshening that up today. So Javi's gonna stay back and freshen the motor stuff up. These guys are gonna roll to Nacogdoches and drop that truck off. I'm gonna get 2 motors back there that need to go to Fast Times in Chicago and get those palleted up so that I can have you ready for your next trip.
On the road again.
Getting some miles.
And get
Yeah.
the 69 from Atlanta.
And we gotta we gotta figure that. And this is gonna go to Atlanta
No.
and pick that car up. I think that's gonna be Javi's project. We'll see. We've been talking. Things have changed a lot since y'all been gone.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah, not a lot.
I heard a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Brian's the first time I've heard about the Chicago trip. So.
Well,
I heard about that like months ago.
You might
Yeah,
not.
but that was months ago.
I was joking with you. I think Daniel might take those for us because he is going.
To Illinois.
So he called me and said, "Hey, I'm going right by
Last time.
M&M. So if you got trainees that need to go to M&M, or if you got anything that needs to go to Chicago, let me know." Well, coincidentally, we got 2 trainees that need to go to M&M and 2 motors need to go to Chicago. So, and he's trying to leave Friday.
Nice.
Yep.
Apparently he doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, huh?
I guess Thanksgiving's on Thursday, so I guess he's going to eat and then jet into the truck and roll. I don't know where he's going to pick up somebody's car.
Probably.
So, when y'all get there, maybe do a video, talk to Chase, and check out that place, because I've never been there. I'd like to go, but I got too much stuff to do here. So I'm going to let y'all handle dropping the truck off. But you know what? In all reality, you guys need to go.
We do. Okay.
So,
Alright, we made it down to Oneway Diesel in Nacogdoches, Texas. It is 6:40. We had a pretty good time coming down. Trying to get her off the trailer right now. Alright, so we got down here with the tow pig finally. How do you say this? Nacogdoches? Nacogdoches, Texas. And we were at our buddies at Oneway Diesel. These guys are, they got their own little show going on right now.
Yeah, we got a little TV show going on as well.
Yeah.
So we, you know, we did the diesel Lamborghini. We don't do a lot of crazy builds like that. Diesel swaps and general repair and putting engines in, you know, 2018 Ford 6.7s, you know. So we do it all.
Well, I know we're glad to find you guys. I mean, we ran into you guys obviously at SEMA this year. Got to see the Lambo, and that thing's pretty cool. But
appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you getting this down here, getting this taken care of.
Yeah, we're gonna get it taken care of. Give them a new short block, upgraded heads, turbo, and get with S&S, do some different injectors. You know, just while we got it out, basically, you know, bulletproof it, if you will.
Right on. No, it's been a good truck. Which honestly, all season long, we've been running that thing up and down the road. I think I put 40,000 miles on it myself, but
I'm honestly shocked. I mean, I don't see a lot of those trucks, especially with those many miles. I mean, 100,000 miles, that's not that common.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is. We're here, we're gonna fix it.
That's right.
Get it back on the road.
Definitely got it at the right place. So
appreciate
appreciate you guys taking care of us, and we'll give everybody an update as this comes along, and you'll definitely be seeing some more of us.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Jason.